Welcome to The Explainer. We take complex stories and distill them into clear, visual explainers. Today's story is a classic David versus Goliath, but for the world of cybersecurity. We're tracing the incredible journey of Wazuh, an open-source project that grew from a simple offshoot to challenge the giants of the industry. Okay, let's dive into this. We'll follow Wazuh's evolution step by step, from inheriting an older project's legacy all the way to becoming the security powerhouse it is today. To understand where Wazuh is going, we first have to understand where it came from. And that story begins with a well-respected pioneer in the security world named OSSEC. Our story starts way back in 2004 with a tool called OSSEC. It was an open-source HIDS, a host-based intrusion detection system. Think of it like a digital watchdog living inside your computers, constantly monitoring for suspicious activity. Now, OSSEC faced a classic dilemma. On one hand, it was a solid, reliable tool that did its core job well. But on the other, it was built for a different era. As technology got more complex, its outdated interface and inability to scale became serious roadblocks for larger organizations. And those limitations created a perfect opportunity. In 2015, the story takes a sharp and decisive turn. A team led by Santiago Bassett saw OSSEC's potential, but also its problems. So they decided not to just update it, but to fork it, a term from the open source world for creating a new, separate branch of a project to build upon. This single decision was the birth of Wazuh. And to be clear, this wasn't just a copy-paste job. The vision for Wazuh was ambitious from the start, to fundamentally rebuild OSSEC's foundation and make it ready for the modern enterprise. Right away, the team delivered key improvements. They built a more scalable system, improved the detection rules, and added modern APIs for easier integration. But the real game changer was native integration with the Elastic Stack, a popular toolset for data visualization, which finally gave users a powerful, modern way to see and analyze security alerts. So, with a new vision in place, how did it start to take shape? The years from 2016 to 2020 were all about building out a truly modern platform. This was a period of rapid development. The core components were rewritten from the ground up. Key features like file integrity monitoring and vulnerability detection were added, and then Wazuh expanded its territory, moving into cloud security for AWS and Azure, and then into container security for Docker and Kubernetes. It was no longer just an alternative. It was becoming a real competitor to expensive commercial tools. The architecture at the time was simple and powerful. You had agents collecting data, a manager analyzing it, and the Elastic Stack handling the user interface and data storage. But this three-part system, while effective, created a critical dependency. Wazuh's ability to show you anything relied entirely on another company's platform. This dependency set the stage for the next major turning point in Wazuh's story, the decision to become a completely self-sufficient, all-in-one platform. Here you can see the strategic pivot. Starting in 2021, Wazuh began replacing the external Elastic Stack components with its own native tools, the Wazuh Dashboard and the Wazuh Indexer. This was a bold move, but it was all about taking full control of the user experience and creating a single, tightly integrated platform. Having declared its independence, Wazuh entered its most recent phase, a period of explosive growth in features and capabilities, transforming it into a true open-source powerhouse. You don't need to memorize every feature here. The real story is the sheer velocity of innovation. In just a couple of years, Wazuh added its own query language, deeper threat intelligence, ARM architecture support, and even cutting-edge detection methods for Linux using a technology called eBPF. The pace of development was and is incredible. All this rapid development led to a major milestone. By 2024, Wazuh had evolved beyond being just a SIEM, a tool for managing logs, to become a full-fledged XDR, or Extended Detection and Response platform. This is a huge deal. It means Wazuh can now not only see problems, but actively respond to threats on endpoints. So after this incredible journey from a simple fork to an independent powerhouse, what does the Wazuh platform actually look like for user today? Today, it's a truly comprehensive solution. It combines the log analysis of a SIEM, the endpoint protection of an XDR, plus file integrity monitoring, vulnerability detection, and security for cloud and container environments, all integrated into one open-source platform. And for modern businesses, this part is critical. Wazuh provides built-in support for major compliance standards like PCI for credit cards, HIPAA for healthcare, and GDPR for data privacy. It also aligns its detection capabilities with the industry standard MITRE ATT&CK framework, which gives security teams a common language to understand the attacks they're facing. The rise of Wazuh, from a humble fork to a full-featured enterprise-grade platform, is an amazing testament to the power and speed of open-source innovation. It proves that a dedicated community can build tools that rival and sometimes even surpass their commercial counterparts. And that leaves us with a very exciting question for the entire cybersecurity industry.